Alright, removing the door the second time was a lot easier now that I knew what I was doing. So now I can go ahead and finish welding it. Alright, so this is probably gotta be the hardest part about this whole job, is welding it back together. The metal's so thin that every time I weld it, it blows a hole right through it, and it's just annoying. I gotta slowly build up the weld to where it's thick enough so I can hit it with like a higher amperage to penetrate it a little bit better. But slowly it's coming along. I just got done doing all the welding. I still need to grind this one down and smooth it all out. This one I already did kind of smooth. I still need to put some Bondo just to make like everything perfect. But for the most part, it's clean. Now that the high spots are all out, we can throw Bondo on there to make sure everything's even. Alright, so I went ahead and threw some paint on it as well to help me see the high spots and the low spots a little bit better. But I think I'm happy with this. You can kind of tell, not really. I really don't care about these lines up here since the door's gonna be closed. I'm more worried about like this line and the one underneath it. And then same thing over here. It came out really good, like super smooth. You really can't tell. And again, you're not gonna see that since the door's gonna be closed. Next thing to do is to sand it, primer it, and then paint it. That way the jam's all matching. I don't want it to be black and then gray when you open the door. I'd rather have it all black. So when I welded those two pieces together, I had to sand off all the chip guard off at the bottom. So right now it doesn't have any. So I'm gonna follow this line and reconnect it to this one over here, and just add that chip guard to it. So I'm just applying the chip guard now, trying to blend it in as best as I can. So now that the chip guard is applied, all that's left is to paint it and blend it into the quarter panel and the door jamb. Alright, so now it's ready for paint. I just got done wet sanding it, so now it's super smooth. But before I paint it, I do gotta spray the inside of the seam since it is still pretty much bare. I don't want it to rust from the inside out. So I got this cavity wax. It kind of sprays inside like a 360 degrees so you can get everything. The last thing to do is just wet sand and buff. And here's the finished product. It's not the best, but I'm happy with it. It's straight, so that's all I really care about. Blending the paint to the stock paint was kind of hard, but honestly it doesn't really matter because I am planning on wrapping the whole car. The big thing with me is the door jamb. I didn't want it to be like obviously a different color, so it's black, so you're not going to notice it once you open the door, so it's not a big deal. So that's the whole process of me changing out the rocker panel. I got a couple other things coming up for this car, so I'll see you guys later.